Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart, and this is your October 2015 general reading, month ahead reading. And I'm so sorry, it's very, very late. It's, where are we now? The 11th of October. I have been inundated with stuff, and I also work in the daytime, so it's been really difficult to try and get all these readings out. But anyway, I'm back now, and yeah, let's commence, alright? So, I'm going to be doing November readings as soon as I can as well. So, this is the month ahead reading for Leo. So, I'm just going to channel into Leo. Leo, Universe, we're just going to have a conversation here, Universe. What can you see coming in for those people born under the zodiac sign of Leo? Sun, Moon, rising signs. What do you see coming in for guys? The guys coming in for Leo for October. For the rest of October, should I say. So, we're looking at really 2 weeks before October started, 2 weeks after October. What are the energies for those under the zodiac sign of Leo? So, just showing what's coming in for Leo. 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 Okay, so I've meditated on the cards, Leo, and I'm going to split the deck into 3. Take them back up. And we're going to put 2 cards at the top to serve as the general energy, 1 card from the bottom to serve as the overall advice or theme for the month. And we're going to count out 8 cards that should be some of the events that are happening, or probably these things have already happened for some of you guys, or are due to happen, alright? Okay, let's have a look. I always get excited at this part, Leo, because before anybody says to me, are you ill? I'm perfectly fine. I've had a few trolls. It's been a really difficult last 6 months. But I'm going to be doing a video on that anyway, having a chat with you guys about it, so stay tuned for that video. Right, so let's just turn the cards over. Right, so this is an interesting month. Let me take my hat off because I'm a little bit hot. There's a bit of a hot mess at the minute, but I hope. Yeah, so let's have a look at the reading. The theme or the overall advice for the month is the Devil. This is the zodiac sign of Capricorn. The Devil card for me always signifies entrapment, and it signifies things like obsession, being obsessed with something. It also signifies being chained to possibly an unhealthy situation. I always see this as being unhealthy, the Devil card, because the Devil card really shows 2 people who are naked and chained, which to me shows their vulnerability in a way. And it also shows, for me, not acknowledging it. You know it, but you don't kind of acknowledge that you're vulnerable to something. It almost, for me, the Devil card represents wantingly or knowingly allowing yourself to be chained to something. So I feel that, and it's really funny in the reading because I can see that some of you guys could be turning your back on something, or you're ignoring something here. I see this in several cards. I see it in the 4 of Swords, I see it in the 8 of Pentacles, and I see it in the Hermit. And all those 3 cards are lined up together from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. 4 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the Hermit card. Okay, so these cards really say to me that you're trying to ignore a situation, or you're trying to ignore the reignition of something. I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but let's discuss the Devil card a little bit more, Leo. I'm not a big fan of this card, I've got to be honest, because whenever I see it come up, to me it can signify sneaky behaviour, or as I've said, stuff that you knowingly are chaining yourself to. It's almost like, for some people, I think it can signify an obsession with something, or temptation. A lot of the time I see the Devil card as. But I feel that it's almost like, for some of you guys, you're trying to ignore temptation for some reason. The theme for the month, general theme, is the Four of Swords. You can see that card there. And the Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Swords is often a card about retreat, so backing down, taking time out. It could be that some of you guys are taking time out from an earth sign. It would be the Queen of Pentacles. It looks to me like somebody's offering something to you potentially in the month of October, or has offered something. But for some of you guys, you may want to kind of just ignore that. And I see the ignorance, or the unacknowledgement of something, because I always, as you say, I don't just read the meanings of the card, I actually read the pictures on the card. And I can see at the top of the reading we have the Queen of Pentacles, if you can see that, and she offers something to this guy on the Four of Swords, but he's silent. He is silent. So I feel that for some of you guys in October, this is a situation where, and the Pentacles are often earth signs, so they're not even your sign, you're a wand. So you're King of Wands here. That's you guys, okay? But I feel that it could be in the month of October that something is being offered that some of you guys are trying to avoid. I see avoidance here, because I often see the Four of Swords as being avoidance. So maybe you're trying to avoid something within October. Don't worry, I'll bring the reading all together as I usually do by the end. For some of you guys, it could also be that you're taking pleasure in your home maybe in October, because the Four of Swords is often rest, respite, chillaxing, taking time out. And the Queen of Pentacles is very much a mother figure. She's a nurturing figure, and she takes great care in her home. So for some of you guys, and we do have a couple of home cards here. The Six of Cups can represent the family home, and the Four of Wands can represent a home, which shows up in your reading. But I feel that some of you are trying to avoid something. That's the feeling that I'm getting here with this reading. Because we've got this Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles offers a pentacle. Somebody's ignoring the offer. Somebody's trying to avoid an offer. But I feel that you might be avoiding it because you are trying to probably release yourself from something. Maybe that's why we've got the Devil card, the temptation. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles can be the other woman in a relationship. Sometimes if you get a queen that's other than, for you ladies out there, and even men I suppose, if you get a queen showing up that isn't you in a reading, or doesn't signify your zodiac sign, it can be another woman. Okay, so maybe the Four of Swords is the man who is trying to avoid temptation with this Queen of Pentacles, and maybe this is the temptation with the Devil. Maybe they're trying to avoid that. The events for October, guys, are showing us the Lovers, and also the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card about focus, okay? That's the primary meaning of this card. It means other things. It can mean, you know, education, apprenticeships, going into a new job, that type of thing. But I'm so centered on avoidance because we have 3 cards lined up all the way down that show someone who is trying to take themselves out of the situation, or they're focusing hard on something. These are called sleeping cards. This is my own terminology because the 4 of Swords is a sleeping card. Somebody's praying or they're meditating, but they're kind of taking themselves out of the situation. The 8 of Pentacles is where somebody's focusing hard on a task. They're not focusing on anything else around them, they're just focusing on a task. And then we have the Hermit card. This is the zodiac sign of Virgo. And he again is focusing on something. He's focusing on his own thoughts. The same as the 4 of Swords. Somebody who's focusing on their own thoughts. So all the way down I see focus. Focusing the 4 of Swords, focusing the 8 of Pentacles, and focusing the Hermit. But what has the guy on the 8 of Pentacles? What is he turning his back against? What is he turning his back to? He's turning his back to the Lovers. So he's taking himself out of the situation. The Lovers can often signify temptation as well. So I definitely feel that in the month of October, some of you guys, or you might know someone, it's either you or it's somebody else who's trying to avoid the temptation. And it's funny because we have the 6 of Cups beneath the Lovers. And the Hermit faces the 6 of Cups. Can you see this, guys? But again, he's not focusing on that. He doesn't want to focus on that. So when I look at these 4 cards together, it almost says to me that the 6 of Cups can often be a card of temptation, seduction. The same as the Lovers is a card of seduction. So somebody's trying not to focus on being seduced. This is what I'm seeing here. I feel that within the month of October, it really is, and this is why I feel that we have the Devil card here, because there is temptation for some of you guys, or maybe it's for your other half in October. This is the temptation that's happening. The Devil card it's kind of for me the opposite in a way of the Lovers, or they are kind of the same, but the Lovers is a little bit lighter. The Lovers talking about intense love, but it also talks about separation, together yet apart, 2 individuals making a choice. And we also have the snake on the tree, which signifies temptation. But then we also have the Devil card, which again is a card of temptation. The 6 of Cups, again, for me, represents temptation a lot of the time. Being seduced by something that looks innocent, but potentially isn't. Because we don't know what the grown-up kid is offering. We know that they're offering them a flower, but I've done readings where this has been a signified temptation, and I think looking at the cards, it just does. The top of the reading, Queen of Pentacles offers something to the sleeping guy. He's trying to take himself out of it. So the first 4 cards in the 8 cards that show me that there is avoidance of a situation. Maybe for some of you guys, you're avoiding making a decision here on something. And also the Lovers above the 6 of Cups. Maybe this is a reunion. Maybe this is somebody who wants to come back into your life, but you're avoiding it. You're focusing on your work, or you're focusing on becoming more spiritually enlightened and more spiritually aware. Maybe somebody hurt you and they want to come back in October, and you're kind of like, I'm not going there again. And it's funny how we have the Knight of Cups next. I'm doing this kind of in fours because I find the way that the cards came out, as you know, I'm a storyteller, so I look at the cards and I tell the story. The Knight of Cups, water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, okay? But we have so many different zodiac signs in here, I just read it as the entire story. Offers something to the King of Wands. So somebody who is taking action in actually trying to offer something. On the left, we see that there is the energy here. The Lovers, the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is an emotional card because it's cups. But to me, it signifies seduction because it's underneath the Lovers. This is how I read it. This is how I see it. The Lovers is the choice card, but that snake is popping its head out at me. I can see its eyes, and I can see it literally trying to entice Eve. It's trying to entice the woman. But there is focus on something else. Just the same as the big kid on the Six of Cups is trying to entice the little kid with some flowers. But the Hermit doesn't look. So this is definitely, for me, a seduction, or somebody's trying to come back into your life primarily. Potentially, sorry. And it's funny on the Lovers card how we have two people, and on the Six of Cups how we have two people. The Lovers card shows apart, Six of Cups shows together. So it's almost like a gradual thing. It's like on the Lovers card there is temptation. The tempter or the temptress comes forward in the Six of Cups. It's almost like there's no let up in October of this situation. Somebody's trying to seduce someone, but you're not having it. You're trying to stay out of it. The same thing with the Queen of Pentacles facing the Four of Swords. This is why we have the Devil, temptation. Temptation. The Knight of Cups offers something to the King of Wands. But the King of Wands is your star sign. He is fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And I'm just going to have a look at how the King of Wands looks at the Knight of Cups. The King of Wands holds his staff in front of the cup. It's almost like a defence thing going on there. It's almost like there's a barrier that's being put up. Whenever I look at a wand, it can signify a weapon to me. It can signify being staunch in a belief. The wands also, for me, signify a magic stick. So the stick of confidence, having confidence to go out and create something. So it's funny how the Knight of Cups comes riding in with a cup. He's offering a cup. So it's offering love, the Ace of Cups, because there's one cup that it's offering. But to me, the King of Wands, and this is you guys, says, no. You're holding up your wand in defence. And if these figures on the cards could move, I would think that the King of Cups would take it, King of Wands, would take his wand and smack the Ace of Cups out of the way. I feel that for October, Leo, that you know that this is a situation that potentially isn't going to be very good for you. If you've been through it, if you know it, if you've experienced it, if you know it's coming, if you know it's an experience that's not good for you, which is why you're avoiding it. This is what I'm feeling here. You know it's not, because we've got this Devil card here. The Devil card for me doesn't signify anything great. It can do sometimes. It can signify, you know, a great sex life or lust or that type of thing in a good way, in a good relationship, in a strong relationship. But on the whole, the Devil card has a lot of negative connotations, and this to me primarily represents temptation. And I feel for a lot of you guys, you're trying to avoid temptation here. I really do believe that with this card, with the way that the cards are laid out, with what I'm seeing here. Remember what I said. Let's have a look at these cards again. We'll come to the final two cards in a minute. Top of the reading, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Maybe some of you guys are taking time out to think about an offer that's being made to you. Queen of Pentacles holds the pentacle. It's like she's offering it to this guy, but this guy has his back turned. He's thinking. He's thinking about an offer. The Lover's card, the snake on the tree, whispering into Eve's ear, take the apple. But Eve is represented on the Eight of Pentacles. She's focusing on something else. She's turned her back on the temptation. The Six of Cups, temptation again. But the Hermit card has his head bowed. He's not looking at it. It's almost like as if you looked into the eyes of Medusa, you might turn to stone. You're trying not to look at something. But this time, on the other side of the reading, we have the Knight of Cups. So this person comes on far more stronger in October, offering something. So this time you face them, this time you're facing them, you're not looking away as you are in the Eight of Pentacles or in the Hermit card. You're actually facing them because it's showing you as the King of Wands. Remember, in a general reading, kings and queens can represent any sex, and so can knights. Now the offer is staunch. Now you're head on, face on face. But the King of Wands has its wand right in front of its face. And that to me is saying it's a shield. Now it's a direct no. Now you're not ignoring whatever this seduction or whatever this offer is. You're face on face and you're saying no. You have the confidence to say no, because the King of Wands is a confident character. He's a very, very confident character. All of the kings are confident. There is only one king that may not be so confident, and that's the King of Cups. To me. But the King of Wands means business. He's an entrepreneur, he's a businessman, he knows what he wants. He will not even think about pushing anything to the side that doesn't serve him. That's what the Wands do. They're always moving ahead. They just want to bam, 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 bam. Go for what's good for them. They don't care. You get a Knight of Wands. He likes to leave, but he never likes to arrive. The King of Wands is one step up. The King of Wands is a very sexual character. Another way that I could read this is that with the King of Wands, there is acceptance maybe up on offer. We do have the Justice card here, directly underneath. The Justice is balance, coming full circle. What you put out there is what you get. So whenever I see the Justice card, it means that stuff has been aligned, stuff has been served. Karma has been served. So it's either that for some of you guys during October, you don't bother going for this offer. You don't bother acknowledging the seduction. Or it could be that some of you back down from it and decide to acknowledge it. But to me, this Justice card says that you come into your own in October and you decide, no, I'm not going to do that. And then we have the Four of Wands here, which is a brilliant card to get. And this is almost like Justice as well, because the number 4 is a card of stability. It's a card of achievement. So maybe for some of you guys, there is an acceptance within a situation in October. When I see Justice and Four of Wands together, I mean, it can sometimes infer, I feel, housing issues, that type of thing. But then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands isn't usually somebody that you would... I mean, you could associate the King of Wands with housing because it's a movement card. Whenever you see a Knight of Wands in a reading, it's usually about moving home or something like that. But I just feel that looking at the cards and looking at how they're laid out and looking at the positions of them, I always see the wands as being a shield a lot of the time. As being a defense mechanism or a weapon. So I do feel some of you guys might have your guard up in October. And I feel that you will come to a resolution. And I see resolution in the Justice card and in the Wands card. And that's why I feel that we have the Devil card here. Because this is a month of potential temptation for some of you guys. Or it could be for your other half. Whichever way you want to read this reading. But what I always look for in readings when I'm doing them are patterns. Patterns of behaviour. And I definitely see a pattern in this reading. I feel that if there is seduction in October for you guys, you won't go for it. I feel that you actually are going to be quite staunch in a resolution, in making your mind up about something. I'm just looking at the cards and seeing if there's anything else that I can see in this reading for you guys. For some of you guys, it could be a case of something to do with the family home. We do have that Queen of Pentacles. Four of Swords, the man that lies down. So maybe some of you guys are feeling a lack of support, potentially. This could be also be a situation where there is a three, what do we call it? A love triangle going on potentially. Because we do have that Lovers card and the Devil card here. Those can always imply love triangles. There's 3 figures on those cards. But I don't feel it's a love triangle. I feel that you're turning your back on a bad situation or something that you know isn't very good for you. And I feel that you're going to have your resolution in October, Leo. That's what I'm feeling with your reading. It could be turning your back on a love triangle. Maybe you come to a decision who you want. Maybe for some of you guys, you're turning your back on the past. But I don't feel that that you guys will be going for a seduction. Or if somebody comes back into your life, I feel that you're going to kick them to the curb. Because I feel that you've found a newfound strength in October. It's a very good reading. I think it's a strong reading for you guys in October, Leo. But I feel that the main thing is saying, when I look at this reading, is to let go of anything that's not serving you in October. Okay, that's your reading, Leo. I will be back with your November reading very shortly. And I'd like to say thank you so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.